Hamas' response to US Gaza plan is significant, but there are key omissions. Hamas agreeing to release the remaining hostages, albeit subject to negotiations and certain conditions being met, will give real hope to the family members in Israel who have been desperate for this kind of news for a very long time. In its statement responding to the U.S. peace proposal, the group agreed to release all Israeli prisoners, both living and dead, according to the exchange formula contained in President Donald Trump's proposal, provided the field conditions for the exchange are met. That formula, outlined by Trump at the White House earlier this week, proposes an immediate end to the fighting and the release within 72 hours of all living Israeli hostages held by Hamas, as well as the remains of hostages thought to be dead, in exchange for hundreds of detained Palestinians. There are believed to be 48 hostages still being held in the Palestinian territory by the armed group, only 20 of whom are thought to be alive. Follow live updates. Hamas says it agrees to release hostages, but seeks changes to peace plan analysis. Momentum is the strength of Trump's Gaza plan. The acceptance by Hamas of another key part of the U.S. peace plan, the idea of handing over the governance of Gaza to Palestinian technocrats, is also clearly significant. But there are plenty of other elements of the lengthy 20-point proposal that are glaring by their absence. The most notable of those is the requirement that Hamas lay down its arms. The Israeli government will now be poring over the wording of the statement to glean the true intent. It will need to decide whether it sees this as a genuine good faith acceptance of some of the key points of the deal, or merely an attempt to buy time and reopen long drawn-out negotiations. They certainly will not like the last paragraph of the Hamas statement, suggesting the group would retain a role in negotiations over the long-term future of Gaza. Given that the Hamas statement came just a few hours after President Donald Trump issued his final ultimatum for the group to agree by Sunday evening or face all hell, some members of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet are likely to be deeply skeptical. That is particularly true now the U.S. president has called on Israel to immediately stop the bombing of Gaza.